Hey everyone, and welcome to the new moon in Leo video, and that's happening on the 8th of August. So sorry, it's so windy here today. It's absolutely crazy. Storms, more storms, and some more storms. So it's very cleansing but frustrating energy. So apologies. So when the new moon is happening on the 8th of August, it's also the Lion's Gate. Now, my guides were telling me, or were reminding me, I'm sure I've brought it up at the beginning of the year, that 2021, if you add it up, it's a 5-year. And 5 means change. So if you're struggling this year, that's why. And oh my God, it's driving me nuts. But it's literally been like that all day. I can't find a specific time where it stops blowing. Anyway. So we'll be tested, things that annoy the crap out of us. But you will be noticing, like, from the beginning of the year to now, how much you've changed internally. And you're a completely different person. You've basically, the building blocks of you have been rebuilt. You may feel the same, but you're not really. You know, so this is a very magical time of year. If you haven't checked out what Lion's Gate has in store for you, might pick a card reading, check that one out. It's the energy is very potent for this new moon. There's massive, in like the last few readings I've done, like the week ahead one for this week is about confidence coming through. It's very life purpose focus, and I think for a lot of us, we've been sleeping on some of our gifts this year because we've been rebuilding our energy, rebuilding our energetic selves, rebuilding the way we do things, reconsidering what we want. You know, there's been so many internal changes that the life purpose kind of had to slip by the wayside for a bit while we were processing energetic turmoil almost, and you know, trying to find ourselves again, the real versions of ourselves again. You know, we've been doing this every year, but more specifically this year, and rest has been a key feature in learning to let the way in which we think we need to do things go. So first card up, we have the good old gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past and brings us peace for today and creates a vision for tomorrow. Well, if that doesn't describe life purpose, I don't know what does, you know. And you know, all of the lessons, all the hard lessons that you've had to go through have made you to the person that you are today. And you couldn't have skipped out on any of those hard lessons, because then you wouldn't have learned the lesson. It really wouldn't have filtered through, you know, to your subconscious, to your conscious. And then speaking of hard lessons, the Seven of Swords, you know, things haven't been easy. You know, and Spirit just wants to, you know, take a moment to honor you and to recognize that. Look at all these cards. 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Heartbreak card. You know, that's keeping people up at night. And this Ace of Wands in reverses, I don't see an end to some of the upheaval or some of my pain or some of my fears. I don't know where the light at the tunnel is. Like, in some of you, I feel like you've just given up and you feel hopeless. Giving up is good because you're releasing resistance, which sounds really weird, but it's true. Because you think about the energy of things, you hold on to things too much, you're trying to figure things out too much, and it makes you anxious and it makes you tired and it keeps you up at night. You know, you haven't been given the clarity you've been seeking, and here we've got the Illumination card. So this new moon could feel a little bit heavy at the time when you're going through it, but it's bringing with it the answers that you're seeking. And we, you know, like some people might say, or say if you have an eating issue, I don't want to say disorder, but do you know what I mean? If you have a compulsion to eat when you're sad, and people just say, oh, just don't do it then. Like, you couldn't have figured that answer out yourself. It's like, yeah, but what do I need to emotionally process? What do I need to clear that emotional pattern? Because that's not the reason why it's happening. You know, if it was so easy to stop, you know, sometimes people can. They just wake up one day, the universal energy supports them, and they can just stop. But for a lot of us, we can't. It's emotional programming. It's happening for a reason. You have to go underneath all those reasons why to the core to find the reason why, and to go, okay, I get it now. And then you can let that emotional pattern go. Instead of feeling guilty for just eating, go, oh no, I shouldn't eat this. Why do I do this? And it makes you want to eat more. Because you haven't realized why the compulsion happened. When did it start happening? So it's just that kind of thing. And the only way we can let things go usually is by same situations happening and over again till you get to the point where you're just like, oh my God, I can't deal with this anymore, and you let it go. That's gotten you to the point to let it go, so it's a good thing. Whereas people get more in despair because they think it's a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because it'll help you make another choice. It'll make you reach out for that phone call to get help, or it'll push you to go see the right person or read a book or see things a different way. It's going to let you cry out perhaps that programming from the past, which is a good thing. So it's very perspective shifting, and these like core beliefs or core issues are a big thing that the universe wanted you to see this year, so you can step into your purpose more. So we're being asked to be grateful for those hard lessons, for the times when we didn't get the clarity or get what we thought we wanted, because we were being protected and we were being shown a better way through the pain. So it's getting us where we need to go. So it's going to feel hard at this time as, oh, stop it. I'm being tested, everyone. Oh my God, I can't handle it. Okay, breathe. Speaking of astrology-wise, there is going to be, with this new moon, it's going to be making a square with Uranus. Which everyone knows Uranus is the change provoker, right? So remember, 2021 added up is a 5-year. And so it's causing a tense aspect, which is this. It's bringing up what has been hidden beneath you to the surface for release and healing, and then having gratitude for that process, because you're doing all this, you know, you need to be proud of yourself. So this square, as well as being an emotional one, it's also a global one. So you'll notice people are fighting for freedom more. They don't want to be muzzled anymore. They don't want to be told what to do. People have had enough of this. Uranus is the rebel, the change maker. There's a big fight for freedom going on. So something else might happen around this time of the new moon in the Lion's Gate. So there's, you know, and then there's, so you got the people, the freedom fighters, and then you got the people that fight for the conformity out of fear and out of loss because they think they're losing something, you know. They can't really see that deeper issue. Everyone's choice. It's everyone's choice to do whatever they want, as long as they're not hurting people. And the freedom fighters believe that they're, you know, the other people out there are hurting people. You know, and we need those people because they're the ones that make the changes. It's a really pivotal moment in history. And as hard as this energy is, you know, we're really lucky to be a part of it. So also on top of people fighting for global freedom or national freedom, there's, you know, people fighting for the conformity. There's people fighting like you for your inner freedom. And you're going to find your inner power through this time. So on top of this, there's psychological, social, spiritual, physical balance that needs to occur. Here's me. So what happens when you chow down a packet of python snakes, you know, the lollies, not the actual ones, it's not an Australian thing. Yeah, so there's psychological, like where are you being supported? When you're feeling like this, who are you going to for support? There's extra support that you need right now to get you out of your hole. There's only so much you can do by yourself. There's a lot of extra support needed right now to help you with processing your emotions and also processing and moving forward with your purpose. And it's not going to be a big way. It could be for some, but I think we get too caught up on the outcome. It's making those steps towards it, whereas you weren't brave before and you're going to start being brave now. So social, if you socialize too much, you're being asked to pull back a lot on that and balance it out with these 4 different elements. If you don't socialize enough, you're being asked to just make a little effort, little 5% effort for that. Spirituality wise, where are you promoting yourself in your spirituality? Are you documenting your shifts, changes and your passions, and what do you want to achieve for the next half of the year? I suggest you write that out and execute that slowly when the universe tells you it's right, and wait for those signs. You'll generally feel it within you. Physical, if you're someone that's been out of action, let's say for quite a while due to injury or health concerns or whatever, you're being asked to seek, again, some support, some professional support, so maybe physio or whatever. Perhaps go to a physio run Pilates studio to help you slowly bring back that physical, that core strength. I feel like it's a real solar plexus confidence thing. The more we work on things that strengthen our core, psychologically, with the support, socially, having fun and connecting with people that understand and get us, spiritually, what are our goals for the rest of the year spiritually, because that's what we've come here for. Physical, where are you getting assistance with that, gentle assistance, and learning to strengthen your core. And this is going to bring about a whole bunch of balance. So I'm hearing this is the thing that we need to do for the rest of the year, is really focus on that. And the new moon, the landscape's really bringing that in for all of us. It's really opening doors. Obviously it's a portal, landscape portal. It's bringing in the confidence. The clarity we seek is coming through too. So don't forget to check out my Lionsgate Pick a Card reading and the week ahead reading. There's a lot of goodies in there. There was like quite a breakthrough, bit of a revelation happening in that one. So catch up on your videos if you haven't already, and enjoy the new moon. Bye.